What does the word prosperity mean to you? It's time for 5-minute activation, and I'm Kiné Corder, best-selling author, international speaker, and psychotherapist, specializing in financial therapy. What does prosperity mean to you? Have you thought about it? Well, give it some thought right now. What I find is that prosperity means different things to different people, but it always has an existential and a monetary definition to go with it. Now, there's this controversial statement that money can't buy happiness. Well, I totally disagree. I say money can buy happiness as long as you know what truly makes you happy. And knowing your idea of prosperity can help you figure that out. So what is your idea of prosperity? For me, there are 3 words that I use to describe my idea of prosperity. The first one is autonomy. The second one is creativity. And the third one is generosity. So I love to have autonomy over my schedule. I love to have, really, let's just say control. Because managing my schedule is important to me because it allows me to give my time, energy, and even money generously if I control my time. Now, control is, one of those words that I don't like to use very often because none of us really have control, but I definitely like to manage that time and manage myself. I want to be able to manage myself, and creativity is part of how I do that. I love creating an income using something that I created myself, using my skills and being creative. And sometimes if you're creative, you don't necessarily need a ton of money because you can think of other ways to do things in a much more cost-effective way. So creativity can replace money only for a little while though, sometimes. And then there's generosity. I love being generous. And that is of my time, my energy, my money. You have no idea how much time I spend on the phone just listening. Because listening is healing. And how many of us would just like to be listened to? More importantly, like to be heard. And so that is something I do with my friends and my loved ones and even my patients and clients. But it's something that I do for fun. I love listening. I love a good story, especially when it's true. So autonomy, creativity, generosity, those are the words that I use to describe my idea of prosperity. Think of some words that could describe your idea of prosperity. Now, I'll warn you, you'll probably have some stuff rolling around in your head and your heart and your gut, right? Because our idea of prosperity is a mixture of our head, our brain, our hearts, and our guts. So our head is telling us what we need to protect ourselves. And our heart is telling us what we need for pleasure. And our gut is telling us what we need for power. But if we blend those all together, then we get this really peaceful, prosperous idea. And the closer we are to our idea of prosperity, the further we are from our idea of prosperity, the closer we are to unhappiness. That's what I want to say. So if you really put some effort towards getting close to your idea of prosperity, then you can get away from unhappiness. And if you're closer to your idea of prosperity, then you're going to be more happy. You can use your money to buy more things that make you happy. So that's why I say money can buy happiness. You just have to know what makes you happy. And you also have to know your idea of prosperity. And it's my job, my work is to help people discover their idea of prosperity. And I do that by helping you blend the idea in your head, the idea in your heart, and the idea in your gut. So go ahead and give that some thought. What makes you feel protected? What makes you feel pleasure? What makes you feel powerful or purposeful? You mix those together and you have a peaceful life. And that is really what happiness is all about. A peaceful life, joyful. Those words are so powerful. And when you can attract them into your life, you can live the lifestyle you desire. So let's talk more about that in the comments below. Tell me, what is your idea of prosperity? I want to know. I've shared mine with you. Share yours with me. Put in the comments your idea of prosperity, and then I'll see you back here next week. But let's chat a little bit about that idea. I'd love to hear it. See you sooner.